What's going on, T-Subs and T-Squad? So y'all already know why I'm here. I am here to give y'all the review for this week's episode of Put a Ring on It. Because if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. What? Uh-oh. Alright, you guys, so the episode continues off with Michael saying that he wants to go on a second date with Whitney, and Shay gets up. Shay, I don't give a flying fuck because I don't like you, whore. I don't like you. And Michael, I really hope me and you continue to be friends after this, because I honestly feel like I'm going to wind up cussing Shay ass out by the end of this video. So hopefully me and you will still be cool and you will understand that I'm just doing my job, because I don't see it for that whore. Shay says that she's angry because it wasn't in the plan for him to like somebody else. Girl, I don't care. Shay says that she's going out with Peyton on a second date. And Michael says that she's just doing that to get up under her skin. And yeah, Michael, I already know that. She don't want to go out with that boy, because I guarantee you, had you set up and said you're not going out on the second date with Whitney, she would not have went out on the second date. Which is problematic, because for her, this is all a tit for tat. You're really sitting here trying to do the work and trying to go through the process. And for her thing, it's a tit for tat. And I'm not with her. I don't see it for Shay. El Teddy said that he knew that Shay was the problem from the beginning. And then Shay, you saying they got me not liking Michael, and the whole time, you the bad egg, bitch. Moving on. So this week's assignment is about family, and she wants them to have an in-depth conversation with their family about their relationships. And only 3 people will be going out on dates. Shay and Michael, of course, and Ashley. Woohoo! Shout out to Ashley. So Shay and Michael talk about family, and he wants Shay and his son to, he wants himself, Shay, and his son to move in with him and live with him once he starts high school, which I don't find anything wrong with that. She says that the relationship will change between them if he moves in with them, because it wouldn't be fun no more, and they wouldn't be able to go out, and they wouldn't be able to, just superficial bullshit that just makes me have a huge disdain for her, much more than what I already do. So then she asked him, what would he say if she can't accept his son, his son, the living and breathing Homo sapien that came from both he and his mom, living there. And he says it will be a deal breaker and she will have to go. Basically was what he was saying to your ass, Shay. Basically, Shay, you got big damn nerve trying to compare you to his son. You can't do that. You got to know, when you're dating somebody with children, that's non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. And you had to have known, if you're dealing with this man and you want this man to marry you, eventually he's going to be around his son. He's going to want his son to come and live with him. And I'm more than sure he done already told your ass that already. Michael, you're a much better man than I ever would have been, because I would have got rid of her ass that night. I wouldn't even be sitting there dealing with all of this with her. The minute she came up out of her mouth and said that I don't want your son living with me, oh, okay, well then, bitch, pack your bags and move back to Beverly or wherever the hell you came from, because now I can't deal with you. Much like he said, we're a package deal, period. As much as he may love her, that's his son. And nothing or nobody is ever going to change that. Not even your spoiled bratty ass. Moving on. For she really pissed me off. Alright, you guys. So, Michael and Whitney go out on their second date. First and foremost, Whitney looked really cute down to her denim. She didn't, give me Dawn. Y'all remember Dawn from Love and Hip Hop, and how that bitch always been wearing denim and didn't have the body for it. Whitney looked awesome, if I must say so myself. Why am I going so up for Whitney? I really do like Whitney. Maybe it's because I just don't see it for Shay and I want Whitney to win. So maybe that's what it is. But Whitney, I like you. I like you. I like you. So Charles does admit that he overstepped his boundaries when it came to him getting her number and texting. He said that, they did have boundaries. He overstepped them by doing that. And so he really wants to, keep, the boundaries where they needed to be. And Michael, you know what? for that, I can rock with you 1,010% because you really just could have kept it going. But you was like, you know what? I don't want to do that because it made her feel some type of way. I got to go home to her. And, I don't want all of that. And I like Shay. I mean, I like Whitney because she definitely understood it. But then Shay took it. I mean, not Shay. Whitney took it a step further when she said, oh, child, I was about to say Shay who? I forgot all about her. So, I'm going to tell y'all something. The chemistry between the two of them is undeniable. It's undeniable. And I love the fact that they can sit down and have a decent conversation with each other. It doesn't have to be all sexual in nature and They can sit down, they can have normal banter, normal conversation, and that's what I like. There's real chemistry there. Shay, you got a reason to be shaking in your boots, bitch. Moving on. So Charles comes to pick up Ashley for their date, and he brings flowers. First and foremost, I love Charles. Shout out to Charles. Shout out to the bald head gang. Bald head and big gang. Yes, God. Hollywood talks to Charles. Hollywood tried to get in his head a little bit, but what I like about Hollywood is he never once disrespected that man. He invited him in. He offered him a drink. He had a conversation with him. He was like, she got to go on dates, this, for her to see she can't get no better than me and this is that and this. Like, of course he would do that. But I love the fact that, he didn't get rough and tough in his Afro puffs and none of that. He went on ahead, let it much very so be known what it is, and that was just that. And then Ashley likes what she sees, and so did I. She said, melanin is popping in the building. Yes, God, honey. Melanin is winning, honey. Melanin is winning. And Ashley looked at cute, as usual. So definitely shout out to them, and I can't wait to see what their date was like. All right, you guys. So Charles takes Ashley to a paint and sip where, they paint little flower pots and whatever. And, they get it all together. It was a cute little date. I loved the conversation between them. He was really soft-spoken, charismatic, very handsome, honey. Melanin is popping all over the place. You could tell that he's very confident, but not in an aggressive, in-your-face type of way. And even she said that, she said, well, Hollywood, he's, the ego. And when it comes to him, he's more soft-spoken. He's more affectionate, and things of that nature. And I was really here for the date. I thought the date was really cute. I'm digging him so far more than what I thought I was. Like, I can dig. I can dig Charles. So Tamika goes over to her parents' house to get their approval of Vince. And her dad basically said that if Vince was to ask for her hand in marriage, that they would have to have a really stern talk first because, she was letting them know, let them know, what happened way back when it came to that other girl and this, that, and this. But what I loved about her dad and her mom, first of all, shout out to Tamika's parents. They were really cute. I like them. Secondly, I love the fact that they just wasn't turning their nose up at that young man. He was like, listen, I'm not going to hold nothing against them. If you love him, that's cute, that's good. But me and him would damn sure have to have a conversation. Man know to man know. And that's what most dads would do. So definitely shout out to her parents. I like her parents. So Shay was getting ready for her date with Peyton. And Michael says that he's a bit more jealous than what he thought he would be. And okay, Michael, I'm going to let you have it. And then when Peyton comes to the door, Michael says that he's not her type. He needs to do more push-ups. And I said, ooh, Michael, do not get your ass up here and get the Reed and Peyton, Michael. Okay, listen. Peyton only doing his job. You understand me? Listen, I'm going to be real with you. I don't bit more believe that Shay is interested in Peyton no more than I am. I just honestly believe that because you have a real connection with someone and it bleeds all over the TV screen, that this is just her way of trying to make you jealous. I don't bit more believe Shay really want that boy. I don't. Like, and it's no shade to Peyton, but that'll be a huge step down coming from you. You understand me? So you sitting there being bothered. You better get that together, Michael. Moving on. All right, you guys. So Shay goes out on her date with Peyton, and they go out to eat, and they go out for drinks and things like that. So then he asks maybe they should go out on a trip somewhere together so that, basically he could spend more time with her, because she has a significant other or whatever the case may be. And she said she wouldn't be opposed to that. Okay. He says that he wants her to know that he's aggressive and confident and he's willing to take lead when he has to. And I definitely could see that. But I also feel like Peyton just wants to smash. That's honestly how I feel. I feel like Peyton just wants to bust Shay down and then he good. I don't know why I feel that way about him. I didn't feel that way before. But listening to this conversation and seeing how he was really trying to, like, be all Mr. Rico Suave and, come to me, look at me in my eyes and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I could be wrong about Peyton. Maybe that's just how he is, but honestly, I just feel like he wanted to bust her down. And the gag is, if he ain't want to bust her down, he can always come and bust me down. Oh, no, Jesus. Moving on. She says that Peyton has a sexual energy with him. And she likes that, and she wants to see him again. And then she takes his number, feeling like Michael already crossed the boundary, so he should forgive her too. I feel two types of ways about that. One, Michael, you opened up the door for that. I mean, you did. As much as I don't see it for Shay. You opened up the door for that situation to go down the way that it did. So I can't be as upset with her, but I also am upset with her because in my opinion, this whole thing to Shay is nothing more than a game. It's a tit for tat game. Like, this is all that it is. And I got a feeling Shay gonna find out the hard way that you don't need to play games when it comes to love. You don't. Because girl, you lose in the game of love. Especially if you don't know how to play your cards right. So then Tamika and Vince, they talk, and then she talks about, the situation that went down with her parents. And, he was basically saying that, he doesn't know if they're in the right space to talk about being engaged or married right now because she still doesn't trust him. And I understand where he's coming from. Like, y'all have to work on the trust thing before y'all could talk about the married thing. And Tamika, let me ask you a question. Would you want a YouTube series called Between Women? I'm only asking because somebody brought it up under my comments, so that's the only reason why I'm asking you, because they said that you was an actress because they seen you on Between Women. And if you were on Between Women, that's no shade. That was me and my best friend shit, okay? It's in between women where all your dreams begin. Like, I was for it. But is it or is it ain't you, daughter? We want to know. Moving on. So now they get down to the joint therapy session and the couples come to the central meeting house. And then Tamika tells them about the conversation she had with her parents and how she learned a lot. And then they get down to communications and he feels like she's never asking the real questions to him that she really wants to ask and blah, 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 blah. But then, again, here comes Dr. Nicole giving them some really, really, really great advice that I really hope they take, because I do see it for Tamika and Vince. And I want them to work if it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? If it's not gonna work, or if she can't get past her jealousy and her insecurities and what he's done to her, maybe she should try to think of, her Uncle Sam letter. I don't know, child. I don't ever want to see you again. Moving on. So then Dr. Nicole asks Michael about having his son live with them. He says that if he wasn't with Shay, he would definitely have his son more. And then Shay says if she gets that it's not in her plan, it isn't what she wanted, it isn't what she expected, and he could come around. But if she gets tired of him being there, basically, then they could just go to an Airbnb somewhere. Basically saying she can join in when she wants to, and then she can leave when she doesn't. And that rubbed everybody in the room the wrong damn way. And see, Shay, you a piece of shit. Like, Michael, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to call it what it is. She's a piece of shit. And you would be a fool to ever be with a woman that can't accept you and your child. Like, I find it really odd when a woman does stuff like that, because there is going to come a point where Shay is going to be with somebody that she really wants to be with, because I honestly felt like you and her are not meant to be. And then she's going to have a child. And then she's going to realize how stupid and how dumb and how ignorant and how childish she sounded. Well, like how she sounded at this meeting. Shay, girl, move around. Move around. Like, I don't like you. I don't see it for you. And like, you better be so glad that Michael ain't my family. Because, bitch, I would have let your ass have it every time that I seen you. He is a black man raising another black man. You honestly is going to sit here and try to compare him being married to you to him having his son. How does that work? How does that work? How does that work? It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And with the way that the world is nowadays and how they already don't see it for our little black boys and our little black girls, the fact that you can even come out of your face with some fuck shit like that, like Shay, like honestly, Shay, I really want to run your ass over on all four tires, all four flats, just so you can feel the rim. And then I really want to leave your ass out in the middle of the desert somewhere so the vultures can peck at your liver. Like, that's how I honestly feel about you, Shay. I don't see it for you, bitch. All right, you guys, I'm back. I had to calm myself down from letting Shay ass have it. So Ashley talks about her date, and she says that it was a really great time. Hollywood was still in his feelings, child. Hollywood was still in his bad girl, and Ashley feels like he waited until he got into the group session to call her out. I thought it was cute the way that Hollywood was reacting. You know, at least Hollywood is showing that, you know, he down for the cause, but he ain't down for the cause. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm here for that. So Michael says that he had a great time on his date with Whitney, and he also mentioned to her that he did cross the boundary that he shouldn't have crossed, and he also apologized to her for doing that. Shay says that he liked her date. If she was single, she would date him. She also admitted that she wanted to kiss him and that she did get his number. She says that her getting his number is different because she never texts him. And Michael feels like it's a tit for tat with them. Thank you, Michael, because I just said that earlier on in my video. So I appreciate you for confirming what I've already said. Listen, y'all, listen, Michael, listen. Because, Michael, I like you a lot. Listen, I get it. I understand it. You're used to Shay. You're familiar with Shay. I totally understand all of that. But being on the outside looking in, Shay ass ain't shit. And if I was you, I would go on ahead and walk away now while I still can, while you still got your sanity and you still got love for somebody. Because I'm going to tell you something. If the feelings were mutual like that, you would not be having chemistry that easily. You understand me? Like, when I see you and Shay, I don't see chemistry. When I look at you with Shay, it's real blah. But versus when I saw you on your date with Whitney, you was lighted up more. You had a small little glow to you. You was more talkative. You opened up more. She opened up to you. Like, you didn't have to. Like, sometimes listening to you and Shay talk, I'm going to be real. Sometimes listening to you and Shay talk is equivalent to watching paint dry. Like, I be sitting over here like, girl, when the hell is it over? But when you was on your date with Whitney, I did not get that. I was really engaged in the conversation. Like, I was there. I'm just saying, you could do what you want, Michael. Ain't no shade, whatever, child. So Ashley says that Charles won't be getting a second date. Shay says that she's not going on a second date with Peyton because she don't want to make a mistake like getting bust down from that man, because she done already admitted that she sure enough will get bust down from him and that she wants to kiss him, and how she wants him to, you know, play all up in between her legs and in her butt. And Michael says that we don't know because we ain't gonna find out till next week. I hate when they leave us on a cliffhanger like that. But y'all, that's really all I got. I ain't got no more to give you. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thought about tonight's episode. Tonight's episode was real good, really insightful. Michael, I really hope you taking heed to what the hell I'm telling you, bruh. I hope you really taking heed to what I'm telling you, bruh. I'm 32 years old. I was born in 88. I've seen a lot of stuff. I've been through a lot of things. Okay, you can do what you want. But y'all, I'm gone. Bye.
Given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in a business.